Tales from Swami Vivekananda, retold by Swami Satmananda. Narada and Maya. There was once a handsome young sage named Narada. He was devoted to God and well versed in many holy books. In one of these, he came across a word, Maya. That was not clear to him. What does it mean by Maya? He said to himself as he went through the book again and again. Finally, he shut it with a bang. No, I don't understand, he said to himself, and there is no rest for me till I do. He searched many books, consulted many scholars, but was not satisfied. What shall I do? Who can help me? He thought. Then suddenly he jumped to his feet. Why? I must go to my Lord, my Master Krishna. He cried out. He would certainly know. So he left for Dwaraka, where Krishna lived. Krishna welcomed him heartily. It is very nice of you, Narada, said Krishna, embracing him, to have come to visit me. But my child, he continued, it seems you are not at peace. Is anything the matter? Yes, my lord, said Narada humbly, touching the feet of Krishna with his forehead. You have correctly divined my mind. I have come to you to solve a problem. What is it, Narada? Asked Krishna. Lord, I could not find the meaning of the word Maya. Please do explain it to me, replied Narada with folded hands, and show me, pray, what Maya is. Krishna laughed aloud. Is that all that troubles you, my boy? He said. Well, you will know what Maya is, but of course not now. You must be tired. Stay a few days and take rest. It is a blessing for me, Lord, to be in your company, Narada said. A few days passed, but Narada did not get his answer. He grew restless, but hesitated to remind Krishna. One day, Krishna asked him to make a trip with him to a distant place. They set out in the morning, and after walking for several miles, Krishna said, Narada, I am thirsty. Can you please fetch me some water? At once, sir, said Narada and rushed off. At a little distance was a village. He knocked at a cottage door, which was opened by a most beautiful young girl. What divine beauty! He muttered as he gazed upon her. The girl blushed red and, lowering her eyes, said in a sweet voice, Please do come in, sir, and tell me what can I do for you. Like one hypnotized, Narada stepped in and sat down, but could say nothing. He forgot his purpose in coming. He forgot his master was waiting. He forgot everything in one thought. What a beautiful creature she is. I must have her as my wife, or of what use is life to me without her. The girl left the room and sent in her father. An old man with a white beard greeted Narada. Welcome, sir, to my poor home. I am honored to have you as my guest. Please stay with us as long as you like. Narada never expected such an invitation and was only too glad to accept it. He found many opportunities to talk to the girl, and they talked every day. Talk ripened into love. One day he asked her, Will you be mine, dear? The girl blushed. I shall be yours, she replied, digging the earth with her big toe and fixing her eyes upon it. Only if my father agrees. I will talk to him right now, said Narada, and went inside to talk to the girl's father. He could hardly wait to voice his proposal. But when he met the old man, his heart failed him. Sir, I would like to talk to you, said Narada in a shy voice. Well, please do sit down first, said the old man with a smile. Narada sat, rubbed his hands, scratched his head, and then stuttered. Well, sir, I have a proposal, a request to you. I would like to. Will you give your consent? Well, your daughter, I mean, the old man laughed aloud and said, My son, I have understood. If my daughter agrees, you will have my blessings. Thank you, sir, thank you, said Narada. But my son, I have a request to you, said the old man. What is it, sir? Asked Narada. After the marriage, please stay here with me, said the old man. Narada agreed to the proposal readily and happily. On an auspicious day, Narada was married to the girl. He was immensely happy. Thus, 12 years passed. His father-in-law died. Narada inherited his property. He lived, as it seemed to him, a very happy life with his wife and children, his fields and cattle. One night, he woke up suddenly to a fearful sound. Oh, that is thunder, he said to himself, looking out through the window. Let thunder roar, lightning flash, rain pour. I am safe and dry and happy in my house with my dear wife and lovely children. And he dropped asleep again. But his happiness did not last. Soon there came a flood. The river rose until it overflowed its banks and flooded the whole village. Houses fell, men and animals were swept away and drowned, and everything was floating in the rush of the stream. Narada woke up once again, hearing the screams of his children, jumped out of the bed and opened the door. The sight that made his eyes turn his face ashen. Oh God, spare my home, he cried out. But his voice was lost in the gush of water that entered his home. Narada had to escape. With one hand he held his wife, and with the other 2 of his children. Another child was on his shoulder, and he was trying to ford the tremendous flood. His evil star led him to a wrong place. After a few steps, he found the current was too strong, and the child on his shoulder fell and was borne away. A cry of despair came from Narada. In trying to save the child, he lost his grasp upon the other 2, and they were also lost. In helpless anger and despair, he poured out a volley of oaths. Clinging to each other, husband and wife struggled on, but alas, his dear wife, whom he clasped with all his might, was also torn away by the cruel current, and he was thrown on the bank, weeping and wailing in bitter lamentation. O Lord, what have I done that you gave me this punishment? What use is life to me now? Narada went on lamenting. Kill me too, O cruel one. Suddenly, there came a gentle voice from behind him. My child, where is the water? You went to fetch water and have been gone quite half an hour. Half an hour? Narada exclaimed, heaving himself up on his legs. Who says this? He turned to see. O Lord, you? 12 whole years have passed, and all these things have happened, and you say, half an hour? Krishna smiled. Narada, my son, you wanted to know the meaning of Maya, and this is Maya. Moral. The power of Maya is such that it makes one forget the meaning and purpose of life. One should be guarded against it and ever be vigilant.